So this is Tony Robinson. I've been reporting for KGNU on the streets of Denver and in the convention here, the Democratic National Convention. We're here on Tuesday night when Hillary Clinton is going to deliver a historic speech to the assembled delegates at the Democratic National Convention. The first time a woman has delivered a speech of this magnitude and come this close to the presidency. One of the very interesting developments today is that out in the streets outside of the convention, there was a march of hundreds of people in favor of Hillary Clinton and still want Hillary Clinton to be the nominee of this party. And as they marched through the streets, they were chanting and banging drums and cymbals and chanting, "We want Hillary, we want Hillary, we want a roll call vote." And I talked to a lot of those delegates, 20, 30 of them, and at least half, maybe 2/3 of those I talked to said, "We are not supporting Barack Obama in this election. We won't be voting for Barack Obama. We believe that he is sexist, that he pays his male staff more than his female staff, that he has insulted Hillary Clinton through this race, and that this was a year for women to win the presidency." So we'll see how this folds out. Big kickoff speech. And could you please tell us who you are and where you're from?
My name is Ann Boley, and I'm from Madison, Wisconsin.
And will you be a delegate tonight?
Yes, I'm a delegate.
Who are you a delegate for?
I'm a delegate for Hillary.
One thing we're really curious about is today is the anniversary of women's gaining the right to vote.
Yes.
And in honor of that, there's a big march in the streets of Denver today. Hillary Clinton supporters. Were you aware of that march, or what thoughts do you have on that?
Actually, I didn't go to the march because I went to the Emily's List function this afternoon, and if you know anything about Emily's List, it deals with women voting and electing other Democratic women to different places in government.
Sure.
And I've been a strong Emily's List supporter since '93.
Sure, yeah. Fantastic. What do you think of all the people in the nation, in the street, that are still strong Hillary supporters and wanting to voice that?
I think that, yes, they can voice that, but I think they also need to recognize that we need to be a united front, and we need to get a Democrat in the White House, and that Democrat is going to be Barack Obama.
There's a couple of big women in this year's presidential race, Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton's the other one.
Now, I know today there was a march for Hillary Clinton supporters and advocates from across the country. I was out there in the streets for that. There were several hundred people. What thoughts do you have about hundreds and thousands of people in this country still voicing their strong support for Hillary?
You know, I think Senator Clinton is a great senator. I think she's been there for us. I'm a big supporter of Hillary Clinton, and that's why and I know she's supporting Obama the whole way. She's asking everybody, let's unify this party, let's move together, let's have one voice. She's going to work as hard as we are, and we're going to work as hard as she will for Senator Obama and electing Obama as the next president.
Paul, can you give us your thoughts on why there are some Hillary voters? I talked to a number of them today, and they were saying, we are not going to vote for Barack Obama. We're going to vote McCain. I talked to 20 different people. Why do you think there are still so many still holding out?
Hey, you know, once you support somebody, I think there's a lot of people that will follow it to the end. I think they're going with their conviction, and they're going to support her. I think it's great that her name's going to be read. I think it's historic. I agree with Senator Obama wanting to do that. I just think it's a great thing. They're entitled to support whoever they want to support.
Who are you voting for?
I am a delegate for Hillary Clinton from the 10th Congressional District of Virginia.
And your name is?
Eula Tate.
Eula, thank you. So tell us a bit about why you became a delegate for Hillary Clinton.
Well, I've been involved in the electoral part. You know, this is not my first time at the dance. This is my third convention. I was a delegate from Michigan originally. I've been involved in the electoral process for about 30 years now, so that's why I'm involved.
Right, and why for Hillary?
Because she represents leadership. She represented strong leadership. She's a strong woman. I'm a strong woman, and I just felt that she could lead this country. She knows what it means, you know, to be involved in the presidency. She was there, you know, with her husband. She knows what this whole democratic process is all about. Not taking anything away from Barack Obama, but I think she had the wisdom and the knowledge and the ability to become president of the United States.
Emotionally, how does it feel that Barack Obama will be the nominee and not Hillary Clinton? Are you satisfied? Are you sad?
I have mixed emotions. For me, as a product of the civil rights movement, The first time that I went to a Democratic convention, I was a Jesse Jackson party leader delegate in Michigan. And I was an avid supporter of Jesse Jackson. And the very first person that I ever voted for president was Shirley Chisholm. So.
And that was back in the 70s?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that tells you that, you know, I've always been a supporter of a person who I felt represented not only, you know, who can represent this country, that can serve this country, but also represent me. And I saw that in Shirley Chisholm. I saw that in Jesse Jackson. I've seen it in Hillary Clinton, and I see it in Barack Obama.
How about what happened today? You probably know that there was an event on the streets of Denver today, and I wonder how you feel about so many thousands of people in this country feeling still so strongly for Hillary, and maybe not certain they're going to vote for Barack Obama.
Well, that's what makes this America. You know, this is an open community. I mean, this is democracy in action. And if that's how a person feels, that's fine. I mean, we're not in China. We're not in Russia. If a person wants to support, you know, a particular person, I have a view on a particular issue, that's their First Amendment right, and I respect the Constitution of America. Right. So that's how I feel, man. You know?
So when Hillary comes out here tonight, when Senator Clinton comes out,
I'm gonna cheer like crazy.
You're gonna cheer like crazy.
I'm gonna cheer like crazy. You know, I love Hillary Clinton. I love her.
Sure. And when Barack Obama comes out,
I'm gonna cheer for him too. You know, I'm going to cheer for him. You know,
here in the convention, all of these people, you're not going to find many people in this convention hall who aren't going to be voting for Barack Obama. These delegates are strong Democrats, and they're voting Barack Obama. But out in the streets of Denver, we had hundreds of people coming from across the nation, from Dallas, from Houston, from other places, and they've got a different idea. And we'll see if Barack Obama can pull the women vote together in election 2008. With convention commentary, I'm Tony Robinson.
Democrat. I'll vote for a yellow dog before I vote for a Republican. All right, so that's where I'm at. You know, I've been a member of the Democratic Party for, like I said, the very first person I voted for president was Shirley Chisholm. So that's how long I've been a Democrat.